At the time of pickup, it's all set in stone in the schedule. You pick them up in the grassy area near the playground.
Okay. May I punch again?
Yes.
Now, your students were second graders.
Yes, ma'am.
So where was, the point to the board for the jury, where was their recess area?
So we had recess on this playground.
Okay. Now, you were supposed to explain to the jury what you were supposed to do with regard to your children around lunchtime.
The students were lined up in lines in this little grassy area between the buildings. And this is just where the duty people had them lined up, and that's where you picked them up.
So they had been a little further south of that area, but then they were supposed to be lined up.
They play here, and then we line up here.
And what is your responsibility after they're lined up?
To walk them to our classroom.
And what time was that for that day?
I was about 5 minutes late picking them up that day. I was making copies during my lunchtime, and I had a jam in the copier, and it took me a little while to get that ready and unjammed before I left the copier. So I was late picking them up.
Now, when you pick up your students, what way do you walk?
We walk on the sidewalk, down the sidewalk, and then down our wing.
So that goes south, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay. And did you do that this day? Did you pick them up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then after you picked them up, what happened?
We always stop for a restroom break. And so I had a student holding our classroom door open. And I was standing in front of the bathrooms, and I was just monitoring the kids going to the restrooms.
Now, can you stand up and just kind of show the jury how you were standing so we can understand that?
I'm just standing.
Okay. Did you have the door propped open or anything?
A student was holding the door open.
Now, what area were you facing when you were standing in front of the bathroom door?
I was facing the fourth grade building, I guess, that area. The para that watches the kids was walking down that sidewalk.
I'm gonna stop you there. When you say
Okay.
para, what does that mean?
She is the PE like paraprofessional. She's like an assistant.
Okay. Now I'm gonna pull up State's Exhibit number 1 so I don't have to keep going up there.
Sure.
So, and I think we have a pointer up there for you so that you can point. I want the jury to understand where you were coming from. So,
Okay.
if not, I'll get it. Let me get the easel. I'm sorry. Okay, Ms. Robin, if you can you point on the board and show the jury where you were walking down? How did you head to pick up the kids?
I picked them up here, and we walked down the sidewalk, and then there's a sidewalk right here in front of our building, and we walked down on this way.
And you were facing the fourth grade building at this point.
Yes, walking this direction.
Let me return to my seat. When you were standing there facing the fourth grade building, you said you saw a
Yes.
paraprofessional, which is a teacher's aide, so to
Yes,
speak.
ma'am.
And what did you see her doing?
She was walking normally, and she got Do you want me to point to the sidewalk where she
Yes.
was? She was walking down this sidewalk to the PE pavilion because there was like a next PE class. She got about right here. She turned around and ran back towards me.
And what did she, did you see the look on her face, or could you see her?
Yes, she was very panicked looking, scared, and she got to me and she said, "There's a man with a gun." I was surprised as well, and it kind of took me by surprise, and I'm like, "What?" And she repeated it, "There's a man with a gun. I heard it on my walkie." She carries just like one of our school walkies.
You mean walkie-talkie?
Yes, a walkie-talkie, yes, ma'am.
Now, you're saying it very calm today, but was she telling you that in a calm voice?
No,
Explain to the jury her tone.
just frantic, panicked.
What else did she say to you?
There's a man with a gun.
Did she tell you to go on lockdown?
No.
Okay.
No, she said to get inside.
Okay.
I told her, I said, I have children in the bathroom. I have students in the bathroom. And she said, I'll help you. And I went in and got one student. She went into the girls and got the other student. And we all went, my students and I went into our classroom, and she went further down the sidewalk. And I'm not really sure where she ended up for the lockdown.
Okay. Now, at this point, all you know is that she said that there's a man with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so you immediately go into your training.
Correct.
Okay. So once you got all your students into your classroom, what did you do?
I made sure that the door was shut and locked. I removed the magnet from the door frame. We were issued these magnet strips that kept the door unlocked, essentially. I pulled the strip, my door locked. And I stood there for a second, just kind of thinking of like, what do I do next? And trying to remember my training. And I heard 2 pops. I knew that they were gunshots. One of my students looked at me and his eyes were so big, and he said, "Miss Robin, was that a gunshot?" And I just looked at him and said, "I'm not sure. I don't know." Just trying to not panic them.
Hey, Nick, can you pause?
So let's discuss.
Yeah.
This witness just said we were issued. She
Yeah.
must not be a union member. No offense, Nick, but I
Yeah,
think you would have
yeah.
told him not to say that.
I'm what? She just went off script. She was issued an
The lawyer is now prairie dogging, like, under the table, like, oh crap, continuance, can we get a continuance over here?
objection. My question wasn't supposed to elicit that answer.
My witness told the truth, and it's devastating for my case, Your Honor.
Oh. Okay, that. Yeah,
And why is this a case again?
yeah. Why is this the case again? The defense is probably looking like this was. Yeah, that was what happened. But they up until she said this, there was no way of proving that actually happened.
Spinster, the magnet, so the doors automatically lock when they shut, or they can be set to do that. Now, all the teachers that refuse to follow safety protocol say that they were disruptive to class because if a student went out to use the restroom, you'd have to go and open the door or assign one of your hyperactive children to open it. Like, we have 97% of boys on ADHD meds. They want to stand up and move around. Done. Sorry. I'm just...
Yeah, again, why are we here?